Diego De La Hoya versus Victor Morales. This is the co-main feature of Zepeda. Arabolita should be a pretty good matchup right here. Let's start with Diego. 24 wins, 1 loss, 11 wins by way of knockout. Had a nice little year last year, 2 fights, won them both. But what was interesting to me about all that, right, is he essentially has been inactive from 2019 to 2022, right? So that was also the same year, 2019, that he suffered his first loss when he fought Ronnie Rios, which was his toughest test yet to date. A fight that a lot of people thought he was going to win, but a fight where he got hit too many times, too consistently, and he got dropped and didn't get up from that fight. He did fight after the Rios fight, but I wonder if that had anything to do with it. I don't know the full scope of everything, right? But I'm just wondering if that had anything to do with it. Inactivity in boxing will always take its toll on you. Very few people can come back and look sharp and look dynamic and look explosive and look effective after they have been inactive for quite some time, because at the end of the day, doesn't matter how much sparring you do, there is no real substitute for competition, right? And he even said in the article when he did come back the first fight, he said, man, inactivity really took me more time to get back into the groove of things, and it really hurt me, right? So, but in his most recent fight against Jose Santos Gonzalez, you can tell he's still working on some things to feel like his old self. He can move in the ring, but he did look like he gained a little bit of weight than the previous times that we've seen him from 2019, but he still moves well with it, right? He still puts together good combinations. He likes to fight on that mid-distance range, and in that fight, he was lunging quite a bit, but it looked like it was, you know, a strategic lunge, right? Because he was more explosive than his opponent, so he could get away with some of those movements and some of those risks that he took. But straight up, honestly, man, his last fight, he was all around the better fighter, and he just outboxed Gonzalez for 10 rounds. But I thought he paced himself well, used his jab and used his footwork to maneuver and work through everything, landed some clean, eye-catching shots. But the pop didn't really seem like it was there to me, because it didn't really discourage his opponent. His opponent kept coming forward. Even though he did get clipped with some big shots, it didn't seem like it was big enough to discourage Gonzalez from thinking that he couldn't win the fight. There are also moments where De La Hoya got clipped as well. He got hit with a straight hand and some looping shots, but every time De La Hoya landed shots against Gonzalez, Gonzalez responded, and De La Hoya was just more consistent throughout the fight for the most part. It did look like he slowed down a little bit in the second half of the fight, but, you know, he was in control of that fight. But again, I just wonder how much the inactivity is still him working out the kinks and, you know, trying to get back into high-level competition. When you've been out of it and doing other things, whatever that may look like, man, it's tough to come back to it and treat it with that same love and that same respect for it. Obviously, I'm sure he respects it, but, you know, I just wonder, will he ever get back to looking like his old self? Maybe we will see that this weekend, and maybe he will come out and he will look like his old self that we've seen him in the past. Let's talk about his opponent, Victor Morales. 17 wins, 0 losses, 1 draw, 8 wins by knockout. I think on paper, this is probably his toughest test yet. Maybe it was against Rudy Garcia, people could say. That was the fight where he got his draw, but I think this is, right? I think Morales has a lot of upside. He's 25 years old. He's patient. Doesn't have crazy power, but he's got good pop. He's got good footwork. He seems to have good IQ in the ring, good speed, good hand movement. Conscious of how he is throwing his shots. Everything looks pretty tactical and strategic, right? His strength in the ring isn't fighting on the inside, it's fighting on the outside, where he can jab and move and slip in and slip out, and he can know what you're about to do, and he can gauge if you're coming in aggressive, and then he can adjust and adapt and make the best decision on what is next, right? But he's a guy that if you let him dictate the pace of the fight, man, he's going to pick you apart, right? He's going to put that jab, he's going to consistently jab you, and he's going to put together good, solid combinations. On his last fight when he fought Ilguin, I didn't think that was his best fight. I don't think that was as good as a performance as it was when he fought at Berto Torres, but he didn't look bad. I think he just got sucked into fighting his opponent's fight, and he was head hunting quite a bit. He's good when he's using his jab and he's patient, right? But I don't think he did a very good job of being disciplined in fighting his fight. It was still a tough fight, but I think it could have been a little bit easier for him. And I think if he fought him again, he probably would have done some different things. Now, when he fought Alberto Torres, man, he was sharp, he was accurate, he looked strong, he looked fast. His full tool set was on display in that fight. And he showed a confidence that you need when you are fighting good competition. When you're fighting high level competition, you're going to need that same confidence to carry over. When you are developing inside of the ring, stronger competition, oh, they have that confidence. And I thought he had that in that fight. And this is another opportunity as well, too, where he gets to put that on display. He's fighting under a good, solid card. And so this is an opportunity for him to showcase those same skills. And he kind of seems like a guy to me that rises to the occasion. The better his opponent's record is, I kind of think like he's going to be able to rise to that and put on a great showcase. So who wins? I think De La Hoya is the favorite. I'm not sure. I haven't seen any of the odds yet, but I think this is a fight where Morales, he is going to need to slow down the pace of this fight. He's going to need to use his jab. He's going to need to use his speed, his youthfulness, his activity, his sharpness, get behind the jab and fight a safe fight, right? And I think if he does that, he'll be able to get a decision victory. I think he's going to be able to take advantage of what he does well and not get too sucked into fighting his opponent's fight. I also think, I think De La Hoya is still trying to find his groove, still trying to find his rhythm again inside of the ring as he's making his way back. I actually like Victor Morales in this fight to win by decision. I know it's a tough test for him, but I really think he has the tools and the skill set, and it's the right time right now for him to take this opportunity and to seize it. And I believe that he will be able to do it this weekend. What are your thoughts on this fight? Who do you have winning? Let me know in the comment section below. If you would like to support the channel, there's a couple ways you can do so. You can like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you would like to support by way of donation, you can find options in the description below. Also, my Cash App handle will be on screen as well. Any amount goes towards the growth of this channel and will be greatly appreciated. Recently just started a membership on the channel. I don't always get to do all of the suggested videos that you guys put in the comments, but if you become a member, those suggested videos rise to the top and I will do my best to make those videos for you. Or if you would just like to be a member to just support the channel, that would be greatly appreciated as well. Shout out to all of the members supporting the channel already. Shout out to everybody that continues to watch, like, subscribe, share to the channel. I really appreciate you as well. So with all that being said, if you've been watching the video this on, do me a favor and subscribe to the channel, and we'll definitely see you next time.